think I keep my home fairly tidy and clean most of the time. Certainly, there are days where clutter accumulates or I'm unable to sweep the floors, but I try to ensure things are kept up. During my time as a homemaker, I've learned some little tricks for keeping my home both tidy and clean, and those tricks have become habits now. So today I wanted to share those with you. First, I want to clarify what I mean by tidy and clean. To me, tidy means things are put away, clutter is not present, dishes are not left out, shoes are not strewn across the entryway, etc. On the other hand, clean to me means an absence of dirt and grime. For example, flat surfaces are dusted, floors are swept, counters are wiped down, and so on. Here is what I do to ensure my home stays the way that I prefer it to be. Firstly, create a homemaking routine. I have a daily list of cleaning and tidying tasks, as well as a monthly and a weekly list that is stored in my homemaking binder. Making a list helps keep me focused, and since I only have a few things listed for each day, I am able to check everything off without feeling overwhelmed. If you are interested in knowing more about my homemaking routine, please do comment below and I'll make a separate video on that. The second thing I do to make sure my home stays clean and tidy is to follow the 2-minute rule. I once read in a book a piece of advice that really stuck with me. The author said one trick for keeping a tidy and well-organized home is to ask yourself, will it take me less than 2 minutes to put this item away right now? And if so, do it now instead of waiting. I can't remember the book or the author, and I'm honestly not sure why she used 2 minutes as her marker, but I do it as well, and it really does help keep things tidy. I admit, sometimes instead of using this method, I will gather things in a basket to take to the basement, for example, and make one trip instead of many, but I only do this if I am intentionally tidying up with time to spare. Another tip I have is to deal with the dishes after dinner, or whatever meal you're eating. This may seem obvious to some, but I think it's worth stating anyways. A number of years ago, we got into the habit of watching TV while we eat and ended up leaving our dishes on the coffee table. I feel embarrassed to say that, but I'm just trying to be real with you all here. But then the next morning, which was already busy, I had to deal with those neglected dishes. Sometimes we would bring them into the kitchen and just stack them on the counter by the sink instead of washing them by hand or loading the dishwasher. However, now I clean them as soon as possible, either by hand washing or just putting them in the dishwasher, and it only takes a few minutes. Another tip I have is to clean the kitchen before bed. This goes along with the dishwashing tip I already mentioned. I'll try to make sure all the dishes are either washed and drying on the counter or loaded into the dishwasher before going to bed at night. I try to dry them and put them all away as well, but sometimes I do not get that far. Additionally, I'll take any recycling from the kitchen down to the garage, wipe down the counter, rinse the sink, replace the dishcloths, and pick up any dog toys from the floor. I like to have a tidy kitchen to work in come morning, since both David and I are in there getting things ready. Another tip is to do one load of laundry every day. We're in the summer right now, so I like to hang my clothes outside to dry, which saves money on electricity usage. Our utilities company has a time of use schedule in which they charge more for electricity during certain parts of the day. Since evenings are the least expensive time, I do as many loads of laundry as I can, and then put the freshly washed clothes in a basket until the morning. Then I'll hang them outside on the clothesline. Doing at least one load of laundry per day keeps our laundry manageable, but I know some people may think I have it easy since there's just the two of us, but still, it can easily pile up. I will say that right now, at the time of filming this, July 2020, since we are in a pandemic, the government has introduced a bunch of financial relief measures, including having a single cost for all electricity usage for the time being. But I still wanted to share this laundry tip because it's something that I have been doing for years now. Second to last tip I have is to sweep the living areas daily. I have a dog and a cat who both shed a lot, and our dog brings in lots of dirt and grass from her outdoor adventures in the yard. There have been days where I skip sweeping the floors, and they are so dirty because of it. It wouldn't take me long to sweep the whole house, but I focus on just the main areas daily, sometimes twice daily. There are other days of the week that I sweep the bedrooms, basement, and bathrooms. And by living areas, I mean our living room, which is also the entrance to our house, kitchen, and the dining room. My final tip is to straighten the living room before bed. My dog, Bet, likes to scatter her toys across the house, but mainly the living room where her toy basket is. Even though she's going to take them all out the next day, I still like to pick them up at night. In addition to cleaning up after her, I straighten her blankets on the floor and the couch. I'll fold the couch blanket that I have been probably using because I like a blanket even in the summertime. I'll also put the throw pillows back where they belong and do a general tidying of the living room. This includes putting our shoes in an orderly fashion because, as I said, the front door is right in our living room. None of these things take a very long time to do, but I find that they're all helpful to keeping my home tidy and clean. I hope that you found this little video helpful and informative, and if you did, please do let me know in the comments or by giving this video a like. And if you like the other content you see here on my channel, I do hope that you consider subscribing. Thank you so much!